What's up everybody, Kirby here, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review. And today's movie review, I'm going to be reviewing the 2013 sequel to the 2009 computer-animated movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. So the plot for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is, it takes place right after the first movie, where Flint Lockwood is now declared a hero to all of the townspeople in Flint Lockwood's hometown called Swallow Falls. But then suddenly a helicopter arrives, and inside the helicopter's Flint Lockwood's childhood hero, Chester Fee, played by Will Forte. And Chester Fee basically came to Swallow Falls to just announce that the place is no longer safe, and he basically wants everyone to move to a new town. Despite some people being disapprove of that, Flint Lockwood was also really glad to finally meet his childhood idol in person, since Flint Lockwood was a huge fan of Chester Fee since he was a kid. He also actually dreamed about being an inventor and working for Chester Fee, and also earning one of those inventor suits that Chester Fee awards to professional inventors. So it's called a Finkonaut suit. Yeah. And of course, Flint Lockwood went to Live Corp, which is the building Chester Fee owns. He tried to make a good impression of Chester Fee by making a ton of inventions he could think of, but it just failed. But then Flint later gets to talk to Chester Fee that there are lots of scary things happening back in Swallow Falls. And Chester Fee tried getting his Finkonauts to save it, but pretty much a lot of them failed. And Chester Fee also reveals to Flint that his food machine is actually survived, and it's still running. So basically what Flint has to do is that he has to go back to Swallow Falls and put a big end to his machine once and for all. And plus, another thing about what the movie's about is that all of the food actually later becomes, the food all turns into, animal-like food creatures called foodimals. Yeah. And pretty much Flint's hometown, Swallow Falls, is now turned into, a big jungle for all the foodimals. And yeah, that's basically what the plot of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is all about. So, my opinion on the sequel? Yeah, I liked it when I was a kid, and I still think it's a pretty decent sequel. However, it's nowhere as good as the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I mean, I like the acting in the sequel. And it had good writing, just like the first movie. There's actually one thing pretty different though. In the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Officer Earl was voiced by Mr. T, but in this one, he's voiced by Terry Crews. I actually thought Terry Crews did good voicing Officer Earl. He actually sounds just like Mr. T's voice in the first film. I will admit, it's actually pretty cool seeing all those food becoming food creature animals called foodimals. I actually thought that was pretty interesting. And, yeah, the characters were good. Oh yeah, and we even have this orangutan who is actually Chester Fee's assistant. Her name is Barb. Yeah, I thought Barb was a good character. I liked her. As for Chester Fee, though, yeah, he's actually not really a good villain. I never even liked him when I was a kid, and I Still don't really like him to this day. But I do like Will Forte. He's a very good actor and comedian. I, but I didn't really think Will Forte did good voicing Chester Fee. But I like Will Forte, and like I loved him a lot as MacGruber, since of course MacGruber's one of my all-time favorite movies. And MacGruber's easily Will Forte's best performance he's ever done. We can all agree on that. Yeah, I thought Chester Fee was kind of a weak and pathetic character. I didn't like him. But other than that, it's a fine sequel with good story, good writing, and a good music score. And it had some funny scenes there. It had some funny scenes here and there. Another flaw I have for the movie is that Flint's dad is barely in the movie too much. He wasn't really in the movie too much. There was just scenes of Flint's dad like meeting those pickles, and he goes fishing with them. Yeah, I kind of feel a bit bad that I kind of feel a bit ashamed that Flint's dad did not get enough screen time, but oh well. But yeah, overall, I pretty much have nothing else to say about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. I mean, if you've never seen the sequel, but if you've seen the first movie, I recommend the second one. It's pretty decent. However, it's not as good as the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but it's still an enjoyable sequel for what it is. So, for my final thoughts on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 stars. A pretty decent sequel to the first film, and definitely not as good as the first film, but still enjoyable. Thank you all for watching and listening to my review on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is me saying, peace out.